Guys, I'm genuinely curious. I'm not just asking a question on YouTube so that I get comments down below, which drives the algorithm. I don't know if you guys know, but sometimes YouTubers do that. They ask a question they really don't care about an answer to, but I'm dead serious. I'm sitting at the line at Pizza Hut. Can't see it, but there's the drive-thru. Me and the boys. Say hey, boys.
Hi. Hi.
There's Micah's hand.
No.
And this is just yet another example of why businesses suck so bad, and also why it's very easy to stand out in business. It's very easy to do so if you'll just kind of halfway do right, like just like a little bit. But let me give you some examples from this week. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but their phone is just sitting there ringing. We've been sitting here. How long have we been sitting here, boys?
Like 5 minutes.
Well, it's a little bit longer than that.
Probably 20.
Anybody in line behind us? Anybody in line ahead of us?
No.
Has anybody came to the window yet and asked us anything?
Nope.
Nope. So here we sit, trying to order food. Phone's ringing off the hook. There's 3 or 4 employees in there. They're not busy because there's a few cars here, but most of those are there's nobody here. Most of those are workers' cars. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. So let me pause. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm trying to woosah here because nothing is working right today. So let's go back a week. Actually, let's get in the time machine and go back 7 weeks ago. Called a company out from Auburn to come up and give us a quote on doing a huge landscaping project at the house, sod cutting our entire front yard. It's about 1/3 of an acre, maybe half an acre front yard. It's pretty good size. It's probably 1/3. Cutting it down and resodding the entire grass, all that changed. 3 beds, installing 3 beds, and then installing bushes and shrubbery all the way around the front of the house, completely redoing all that. And also redoing my koi pond, which is functional, but it's not like professionally put together, so revamping that. No idea how much money that's gonna be. The guy came out, met with me, walked around, said, I'll give you a quote. I'll shoot you an email, mid next week or whatever, and give you a quote. I said, cool. Just let me know how much it is. Never heard from him. Tried to call him. Yeah, I gave him 3 weeks or so before I bothered him, and I was just trying to, I know people get busy. So finally got a hold of them this week, and the dude that was doing the quote quit and didn't do anything with my file. So, okay, not really the company's fault, but the company's fault, because they should have processes in place. If they've got open files on clients and an employee leaves, somebody needs to follow up with all those clients that the dude had. So they blamed it on him, whatever. All right, it's still your fault. Okay, so let's see. Last Wednesday, I called a place up in Carrollton, Georgia. It's about 45 minutes away. It's a metal building, big place. That's all they do is make metal buildings, carports, sheds, that kind of stuff. We wanted to get this little, I'll put in a screenshot of what we're looking at. Now, this screenshot came from their homepage on the website. This is from the homepage on the website. This is all it is. So it's not like I'm asking for something weird that they don't make. Check this out. All right, so I called, and this is what the guy does. Hello? I said, is this so-and-so company? Yeah. Okay, I was looking to get an estimate on a building that you guys have on your website, the exact same building. All right, well, just call back tomorrow. Our sales guy is not here today. I said, well, how about you take my number down and have him call me back, because probably I'm going to forget tomorrow or the next day. I'm really busy. So just write my name and number down and give it, put it on the sales guy's desk. All right, that'll work. So I give him my name and number. You think I've heard anything from him? Absolutely not. I ain't heard nothing from him. Tried to call him back again. Let's see, yesterday and today, phone just rings. Even when the phone rings and it goes nowhere, it just goes to a blank, empty voicemail. It's not a business number. There's no leave a message. There's no directory. Garbage. Nothing. Okay. All right. So, trying to get a lift kit, a leveling kit, and tires on this truck that I just bought the other day, the black truck that we're in right now. Called a guy. Ty recommended me to a guy. They do pretty good work. Called him up, sent him an email. we're corresponding through email. Kind of got some rough numbers. I said, cool, I'll call you guys tomorrow during business hours, and we'll iron out all the details and schedule a day to bring the truck up and let y'all do all the stuff. Cool. Tried to call them today 3 different times, 2 numbers. Both of them go to blank voicemails. Nobody answers. Nobody calls me back. I can't leave you a voicemail because there's nobody there. What the frick is going on? How do these businesses... And the stupid thing is they're still in business. They're still existing. Why not have your voicemail set up? You need your voicemail set up at your business. I don't have my voicemail set up on my personal cell phone because I don't even be calling me on my personal cell phone for business stuff. But my landline goes to a landline. And if we're not there, it goes to a freaking voicemail. And it has a directory of 3 or 4 different people that it can go to that are the appropriate person depending on who's calling in. We've had people call us before, shoot us an email, like especially last Monday when we got back from the holiday. We had just tons of people calling in because we'd been off for a week. We knew it was going to be like that. And a couple guys sent an email, said, hey, I'm trying to call, I can't get nobody. Well, the problem there was we literally couldn't get off the phone quick enough. And so there was 3 people answering phones all day. Like, I looked at it, it was a couple hundred phone calls that Monday. It wasn't because we didn't have things set up in place to deal with phone calls. It was just an anomaly of a bunch of phone calls. It was so many that you couldn't, it was overwhelming. But just your average everyday, most companies suck. They suck so bad. That's one reason why us here in small town Mayberry, we have to go out to, if I want something done at the house, I'm pulling up at the house. I had this fence installed. I had to call a company. Here's another example. All that fence at the shop and all my fence here at the house roughly was about probably $9,500 total. One of them was a business expense. One of them was personal. Had all this black fencing. See all that? There's Alyssa and the dog. See all this black vinyl chain link fence. So called a guy out. Guy from Roanoke. His name is such and such fence company. That's all they do. They don't do nothing else but fences. Called the man out. He came out, ran his little wheel around the shop, measured it, said, I'll give you guys a price. Cool. Never heard from the man. This is just right here in town. We're not far away. We're not wanting anything weird. We're not asking any like special anything. We just want a black vinyl fence that you offer. Never gave us a quote. Call a company in Auburn, boom, 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 boom. They came out and done it. So that was a scenario where, like off the top of my head, I can think of, I'd say it's like 75% of the time, these businesses just, it's almost like they don't want your business. Are you guys running into that too? Because it is super frustrating trying to get stuff done and just trying to live everyday freaking life and you can't get it done because it's just constant. They won't answer the phone. They won't call you back. Here's the good thing about this. There's a good takeaway for us business owners. It makes you look like a rock star when you just do like normal things. When you just like reply to emails. If we never miss an email. If we check an email over the weekend and we are not going to answer it right now because it's like involved, we will mark that email unread until we come back Monday and we can revisit it. And we have systems in place where we have a phone log. Here's an example. Beside Emily's desk, beside Ashley's desk, Emily answers phones sometimes, Ashley answers phones. When we hired Ashley to be the receptionist / order filler, had a teacher to make a phone log. Everybody that calls, you write down, you're looking at the screen, you're writing down their name and their number and just a quick 1 sentence about what they're calling about on that, just a notebook, just a legal pad. And you just cycle through the day. That way you can go back and you put a check mark. So everybody that calls, on the left-hand column, there's a check mark all the way down. Check mark just means whatever they called for is resolved or it was a nothing, right? There was just some simple question or something. If it's blank or it needs attention or something, we put a star. That means follow back up with that, and then you may scribble it out and put a check mark. You have things in place so that you don't miss things. It's not that hard to put systems like, it's just basic legal pad, a voicemail, an email address that works, that's monitored. It's not that freaking hard. Guys, listen. let me know, please. I'm dead serious. Are you guys running it? Is this just me? Like, am I just cursed? But it is super annoying. Super annoying. Let me know down in the comments below. All right. Midweek, we're going to hump it. We're going to knock it out and get this week done. But it's hard to get crap done in Roanoke anyway. And it's really hard when companies like don't want your money. Everybody around here but they wonder why they because they won't you're in business for this thing. I'm not calling the plumber and asking him to haul a load of steel to Kentucky. I'm calling him to be the plumber. I'm calling you to be the Pizza Hut. I'm calling you to be the Lance. Like, I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Why be in business if you don't want to be in business? I don't know. See you guys later. Have a good